When life gets hard, you get harder. You get tougher, you try harder, you try more. I don't know, guys. It's hard to not feel like a failure. It's real hard. But I sit and contemplate failure to who? Who have I failed? What have I failed? It's still hard to like look at it from a different perspective though. And yes, I'm using a filter to capture this because you wouldn't want to see what my face look like right now. I look like all the stress that I'm going through. Um so an update on my father's situation. I have been speaking about it here for a little while, and so I figured I would let y'all know that I have decided not to go back to Jamaica and try to take care of my dad because I simply would not be able to manage that where he is right now. He is suffering dementia. He is volatile every now and then. He is incontinent. And it breaks my heart because he just doesn't deserve this life stage that he is in. And I don't know. I mean, it could happen to anyone, but it's just so heartbreaking to see him like this. To I can't even understand what he must be going through on the inside, going from running your own business to not being able to live. I mean, what are you doing? And that's why I feel like a failure, is because I feel like I just cannot help him. And help him in what way? When I say help him, I mean even financially right now. So we have identified a home that is reasonable enough in Jamaica that says that yes, they will take him. They provide transportation to doctors' visits. They will help with medication. It sounds really good, and it's only about 500 USD per month. I need someone to actually go and check it out. But then, in the back of your head, you're praying that these people will actually take good care of your loved one and they won't mistreat him. He's going to get volatile every now and then, and you're hoping that they will handle it with care and not get volatile back with him. The failure part comes in where I feel like I say it's reasonable. I say it's only 500 US dollars, but I don't have 500 US dollars to add to my budget immediately. My budget is pretty tight right now. That's why I left Jamaica. That was one of the big reasons why I left Jamaica, because I make X amount of money and it was getting pretty tight in Jamaica. So I left and came to live somewhere where my dollar would go a little further, and we've been living pretty comfortably here now. I just don't have the $500 extra wiggle room right now. I do work online, so I'm gonna try to push a little harder and see what else I can do. You guys know that's cyclical. Sometimes it works, sometimes it just doesn't work. And right now is the worst season for this. But there's never a good season, is there? So that's the updates on that. Every time I feel like I save up enough money to say, all right, I'm gonna get him into this home, it doesn't work out. So I'm going to leave a link on the screen and down in the description box below. If you enjoy the content that I put out, if you can relate, if you have the means and you're willing and able to help, I really welcome it, because I just feel like the world is on my shoulders and it really is crushing sometimes. Like I have so many video ideas that I want to come to you guys with, and I can't just sit up here and pretend that life is sweet and life is easy and life is okay. I feel crippled. Like I'm sitting at my desk right now feeling very crippled, even to put out the content or to package the content that I have ready to go. But I know I can't allow that to cripple my life. Life does go on. So with that said, I do have some footage from some things that I did in this past week. I'm gonna put it together in a little vlog here for you guys so you can watch some Merida content. But again, if you can, I would love some assistance right now. I'm in a too shame to beg right now because my back is against the wall and I need to get my father in a home. Where he is right now, he cannot stay there. The people cannot manage him physically, financially. I need to get him somewhere more stable, and that needs to happen before it needs to happen quickly. The link is in the description below. Thank you for any assistance you guys can help. If you cannot help, trust me, I definitely get it. There are a million causes to support right now. I'm just a woman on the internet saying if you can, I appreciate it. But I did manage to enjoy a few things in these past few days. So I'm gonna roll the footage and voice over what I can. And I hope you enjoy the content. Let me know what kind of Merida content you want to see going forward now that I'm home. I can't wait to start creating more content and bringing you guys all the updates. Going back to what I was saying about me feeling like a failure. And when I say a failure to who or a failure to what? Because when I look at the current income that I have right now, it's not a bad income. It's not a horrible income. It's enough for me and Munchkin. And it's enough for us to live comfortably here in Mexico. That's why I moved to Mexico, because I knew that, okay, I needed to do something to make sure that, you know, we can still live a comfortable life. And I did that. And now I still feel like it's just not enough. And I'm like, what more can I do, Father God? What else do you want from me? Because I don't feel like a failure to myself or my child. I feel like I'm living the life that I want to live, and she's certainly enjoying her life. But there are more people out there that depend on me, and I love these people. I want to help them. So that's what I mean when I say sometimes I feel like I'm a failure, because I've been trying this making money on the internet life thing, and I mean, but for how much years I have been at it, I feel like I should have been, I need to stop comparing myself, but I feel like I should be making 5 figures by now, and I'm not, so that's kind of rough. I'm making enough, or enough for us, enough for 2. So sometimes I feel like I should pack up my things and go back home and say, wrap up this shit, money, get a job. And I would. But unfortunately, this is why you need to lay a proper foundation, because unfortunately, I don't have anything or anyone to go back to. Like, my parents both do not have homes. Where am I going to go back to? I don't have anywhere to go in Jamaica. So I would have to, it would literally cost me at least like $500,000 to go back to Jamaica, to find a rent, to do all of that. I mean, $500,000 Jamaican dollars. And I'm just like, and then I would have to get a job. There's no guarantee. So $500,000 is just to secure a place. I still would not know where the rent coming from to pay the rent the next month unless I'm going into a job. So, you know, in the back of my head, I'm shouting at myself to just go home and get a job, but it's still gonna take me at least $1 million just to get home. So what the hell? It's not like I have my parents home to go home to and say, boy, mom and dad, this thing never really work out. May I move back in for a little bit? It's kind of rough. It's kind of rough. And that's why I'm here trying to lay my foundation so that I don't, you know, continue the cycle and become a burden to my child. I don't ever want that to reach her. So yeah, I'm just here trying to like set up myself so that I do not become a burden to my child. I don't know if I'm making the right moves. No one, none of us know. We don't know. But because I mean, like, who would have known that my father would have had 2 strokes? Like, he didn't know. He thought he was making the right moves too. Tight is everything is all I will say about that. But because I do wish that he had done some things better. I'm trying to do the same. I'm trying to do those things better for myself right now, hoping that I'm on the right path. I'm rambling now. I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm rambling now, but I feel like this is the outlet for me right now to kind of trauma dump. And I know that's what I'm doing, is trauma dumping on you. So, of course, I know I will probably lose a few of y'all. Some of y'all are just here for the Merida content. A lot of y'all are not here to be trauma dumped on. But if you can relate, I just really enjoy when the comments come in and I can have a conversation and people are cheering me on. So that is why I come on the internet with my problems sometimes. Just so that other people who can relate, we can have a conversation. Some of y'all DM me on Instagram. Some of y'all we have a conversation in the comments. I really appreciate it, guys. So that's why I come on here and I talk to you about these issues. But I promise the Merida content is coming, so don't worry about it. I just wanted to come on here and say that is where I am. And I have been filming. I have a lot of content to share, but it's just really hard to put that kind of content out when this is what is weighing down my mind right now. But I'm going to try. So I'm going to put together this vlog for y'all and I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, let's chat in the comments and let me know what kind of content you want to see. Thank you guys so much. My name is Monique and I will see you in the next one. I'm super sorry for the trauma dump, y'all. I didn't want to leave you hanging, so come with me to one of my favorite restaurants here in Merida in the north. It is Ojo de Agua and I really like some of their items. They have a very extensive menu, so I haven't really tried everything yet, but I'm gonna give you some recommendations. Stick around. So it's a very cute little spot, nice decor, really is a vibe. And I also noticed that they're in Mexico City as well, so if you're anywhere in Mexico, definitely check them out to see if they're in that part of Mexico, because the food, it tastes good. As I said, look at these smoothies with adaptogens, like they have like mushrooms and things in a summer, so it's like a health food kind of a store. Natural ingredients, is a good vibe, and the food, as I said, is really good. You have to try their salmon burger. That's one of my favorite things to get from this restaurant. Munchkin also really likes their cochinita pibil. That is a slow roasted pork dish, and they have it in a sandwich here. Now this is the best guac I have ever had in Merida. Look, it has grapes in it, and you wouldn't think that works, but it absolutely does. You must try it. Just take my word for it. Go there and try it. The guac, it slapped. So this is what I had from them this time around. It's like a roast beef kind of a sandwich. I thought the sandwich was a little bit too thick. That's the cochinita pibil sandwich that Munchkin has. She loves it. I think the roast beef was a little too thick and not tender enough. So this I would give a pass, but you have to go. Alright, so next up I went to the opening of Jenny. Jenny's in the center here. She lives here in Merida, but she is actually Trinidadian. So she has an exhibit right now showcasing some of Trinidad's culture, carnival, cricket, soca music, all of that. I was so excited to find another West Indian here in Merida, and she did an absolutely fantastic job of showcasing some of the Caribbean culture through her art, and she really took the locals through the Caribbean culture, the carnival, some of the folklore that we had. She had an excellent presentation. Hopefully the sound is good. I'm going to give you just a little snippet of it later on in this video here, but her exhibition is open until the end of September. So if you are in Merida, I'm going to leave the location in the description. This piece, I love that piece. That one, it's my favorite. I'm gonna leave the location in the description box, so make sure you go and check it out if you are here in Merida. Absolutely love the painting. So this is her painting, her depiction of carnival in Trinidad, pretty mass. You see all the bands walking down the street, and this is actually like a three-dimensional painting. You see the feathers. That's a painting of her when she went to Trinidad Carnival last year. Check out a little bit.
Trinidad and Tobago, they're the last in the archipelago of islands in the Caribbean, right next to Venezuela. So the most southerly island, San Cadiz, Venezuela. So Trinidad and Tobago son las islas anglófonas más meridionales del archipiélago caribeño. And it's 2 islands, 1 country, 1 republic, Republic of Trinidad and Tobago.
Her accent really brought music to my ears, trust me. And this is my friend Shani in the multicolored print there. She also is from Jamaica and she lives, well, she goes back and forth, back and forth. But I really and truly loved the presentation, Jenny. I think you did such a fabulous job of sharing more about Trinidad with the locals here. She played soca music after and everybody got to really enjoy the pieces. So you see me doing a little jam, a little wine and thing. And the locals love the music too. So she was there dancing with everybody who came. And this is way, I am ready to go here. So that's why I'm kind of just almost close to the door just dancing. More people was there. She had a good little turnout. So you make sure you head on down to Cirque, the gallery. It's in Central. And as I said, I will leave the link in the description box down below if you want to go check it out and maybe cop a piece. Buy me a piece, how about that? I really enjoyed her painting of her. She said it was her cousin at the beach there, one of the beaches there in Trinidad. There's a picture coming up right after she's kind of dancing with the locals. You know, so the locals enjoy the soca music. It just really warms my heart to see more West Indian culture being spread here in Merida. But here is the painting that I love. I love me a beach painting, you know. So if you go, cop me that one. This is the front of the gallery there. So you can definitely check that out. And that's what it looks like from outside. Make sure you go and check out Jenny's exhibition. It was fabulous. All right, quick pit stop. A friend of mine here in Merida invited me over to just come and chill in her pool, and I really love that for me, because what is missing here for me in Merida is community, is more deeper friendships. So I love that I'm getting that opportunity to meet more people and just have more connections being made. So thank you, girl, for that invite. Love it. Hey guys, let's get a vlog going. I feel like I've done a lot of sit-down videos recently, so I'm gonna show you a few things that I've been up to in recent times, because I've been doing a couple things here in Merida, and a lot of y'all like to see what life, you know, day-to-day life is like here. So I am at Uptown Mall right now, and me and this one and a friend of mine who's here from Jamaica, well, she lives here too, but she goes back and forth. We are gonna have a traditional meal at a traditional restaurant here in Mexico. It's only available around Mexico's independence. It's called chili en nogada, and that's what we're gonna have for dinner today. So my chili en nogada came with soup, but this along water, that's what we call it in Jamaica, kind of thin, don't? And here is the star of the show. So chili en nogada is a poblano pepper that has been stuffed with picadillo, which is like a meat that's kind of ground up with fruit and spices and nuts in there. And then the sauce that you see on top is a walnut-based sauce. So you see the fruit coming out of the pepper, and it has also nuts in there. It's kind of on the sweet side. So if you're not really a fan of like a meat dish, but it's also sweet, you might not enjoy it, but I love it. My favorite, one of my favorite meals, and I love that it comes out. As I said, it's Mexico Independence time, so that's the time that you really get it. That's the time you see it on everybody's menu. And here is what's one of the stalls that pop up whenever Independence comes, so you can get your Mexico merch, right? Anyways, I have started back in the gym. I'm still just going to the gym in my friend's complex because I ain't got no money for no gym right now, child. But I'm really hoping to be consistent with it, both for kind of like my mental health and for this gut when me have hang down. You see this a gut here? No man, the gut needs to go. So I'll update you on the progress of that. We'll see some hopefully good before and after pictures. And after the gym, I went to the grocery store to get some lechon, which is another suckling pig kind of shredded pork dish. that they have here. I just picked it up and sauteed it with some peppers. Here you see they were serving it with some bread. It looked goody, nice and juicy. Jeez, but I can't do the bread thing. I can't do the bread thing right now. So I just bought some peppers to go with mine. Anyways, if you enjoyed this vlog, remember the links are down in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next one. This is Monique, the traveling Jamaican daughter.